Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another NovaWorks stream. Uh, it is at nighttime at Cape Canaveral. We're 12 minutes from launch, and as you can see, Eclipse is starting to get fueled. Earlier today, we actually had a slight failure with our LOX tank, with a chunk of ice getting stuck in the fuel line. It was we went down there, got it out, and when we looked at it,
All
it was
stations, this is LOD for the mission brief. Today, Eclipse is flying for the 7th time. Booster 4 is flying for the 2nd time. We are attempting to launch a total of 8 Novalink relays to a 300 kilometer by 300 kilometer orbit and a inclination of 28.3 degrees. All stations, please prepare your desk for the go-no-go poll in roughly 10 minutes.
I'm just gonna make a slight correction to what the LD just said. It is actually the 6th launch of Eclipse, not the 7th. But no matter what, that was a pretty good brief. Anyways, um, the chunk of ice that was in that fuel line was huge. It was a pretty big one. Good thing it didn't rupture the line. And because it didn't, we're actually here tonight at nighttime for the first ever nighttime launch of the Eclipse launch, and to one of our mission controllers who said 6-7 in one of our little pull sheets. No. So today, we're T-minus 11 minutes away. It was a pretty devastating scrub we had to do earlier. We are glad to be able to be back on our feet with a massive turnaround. With booster 4 on
Feeling is
the
nominal.
pad. It seems like fueling is going pretty well as we are slightly late into our fueling and into our live stream, and yeah, it's just been not so good of a day for New York. New York. That is not the name of our company. It's NovaWorks. We are NovaWorks. I own the company. I don't know why I'm getting the name wrong. But um anyways, NovaWorks. It's been a pretty bad day for us. We had the scrubbing of our launch earlier, which really sucked. We have um but it it's just getting better. It's getting better. We're hoping for a successful recovery for the second time of Booster 4, which is the booster that is flying on this rocket. This is the first ever night launch of the Eclipse, and it is the first ever time we are reusing a booster in flight, which is just amazing. This will get us to certain points where we can reduce the cost of our rockets by so unbelievably much. And it's crazy to think about how it went from a small tank with an engine on it to a gigantic rocket that has flown 6 times. So, I'm going to make some brief announcements that are going to be happening to NovaWorks within the next little while. Wait, give me just 1 second. I have to figure out a
Fueling
problem
complete.
really quick. Alright, as we're figuring out a small issue that is only behind the scenes, it has nothing to do with the rocket. I'm just going to retop over some brief announcements that I feel are appropriate. Within the next few days, we should see operations kicking up on our brand new addition to the Eclipse family, which will be the Halo capsule. It has been a very anticipated project within the team, which, along with the Halo capsule, another not rocket, but thing will be launched into orbit, not alongside it and not by us. We've teamed up with NASA to have them off stream launch a bunch of these little modules to the Paragon space station up in orbit, dock them together, so that we, when the Halo capsule is fully developed, can dock it to that space station and do some experiments, prove that life is habitable in space through NovaWorks. With that aside, I'm going to talk about a different set of plans that we have for the future, which is the moon. NASA's doing it. Everybody else is doing it. SpaceX, NASA, other people.
Final weather balloon
But
release.
we are doing it better. We are going to send one of our newer rockets that is currently still under very early production, the Astros. It will be a practically fully expendable rocket, but it will be one of the two parts that will help us get to the moon. We're going to have another rocket which is currently confidential at the moment, but when it is finished, it will be one of our greatest rockets ever. Probably not better than the Eclipse, but it will be a good rocket. We're actually going to have a render of our Halo capsule coming up within the next few seconds. There it is. Is just a render of a fueling Halo capsule. We're now about 5 minutes away from launch, which is exciting because this is our first ever night launch
FTS
again.
switching to internal power. FTS is armed.
All right. Now, what is um what does FTS mean? Well, FTS is our flight termination systems, which means pretty much if the rocket fails, we practically terminate the terminate the rocket, which means if it fails, we just terminate it. We explode, kabloom, kabam, because we don't want it flying over your house and then it running out of power and falling on your head. Because one that could lead in casualties and that could result in a lawsuit, which would stunt our programs as a whole. And yeah. Well,
And booster engine chill. Gimbal testing is underway.
the booster is experiencing its engine chill finally, and it's doing its little gimbals. So we have been hard at work, and we just received a little picture of what will one time be stress. It is again just a render, just of like the Halo capsule, but there it is. This beautiful rocket is what we have been working on. Astros.
I'll data range.
I'll go for range.
Could you check those weather restraints for me?
Copy, launch director. We are seeing no weather restraints, and it is all looking clear.
All right, thank you.
Well, as time goes on, the calls are gonna be more juicy. There goes that render. But we're about 2 minutes from launch, 2 minutes 50. So at around 2 minutes 40, I'm going to have the entire commentary box shush while the mission controllers do their thing. I'm going to step out and uh watch, you know? It's one of my favorite things when we do a launch, when I'm
Building's cleared
commentator,
from flight zone.
because we are a bit short-staffed at the moment. Please join the Discord server and apply. But when we, have a launch, and I'm commentator, which I again do mission control sometimes because I actually studied a lot of this stuff and I know what I'm doing. So I help behind the scenes when we need it. But when I
All
am
stations, this
commentator,
is LD for the final go-no-go poll for flight. Eclipse control.
Control is go.
Recovery.
Breeze go.
Range.
Just go.
Propellant.
Go.
Engines is go. This is LD. We are go for flight.
as I was saying, it's one of my favorite things to walk outside into
The
Cape
TANs are
Canaveral
cleared.
and walk outside into Cape Canaveral and just watch the
Final engine chill.
rocket and just watch the rocket, hear the rumbles, and just look at that plume as it lifts off. It's going to be a little bit harder to see tonight due to, of course, it being
Initial
pitch,
engine chill. Stage 2.
pitch black. It is 11 p.m. out here at the Cape, which is just diabolical. But we do it for you. We do it for space. We are 20 seconds away from that T minus 40, which is our usual hold zone, but we're not holding there for today's flight. Or unless we see any problems, then we might, but most likely we are not going to be holding at
Commit, flight
T40.
computers have control over the vehicle.
There's that final commit, which means we're just fully pushing. There's most likely not a chance for that abort. I'm gonna go step outside. See y'all in the other side.
Designated hold zone has been bypassed.
Vehicle handoff.
Port saved.
T-minus 15. T-minus 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Ignition. 1. 0. Liftoff. Godspeed Eclipse. Godspeed NovaWorks. Godspeed Novalink.
Camber pressure is nominal.
Holy crap! That is those are some very loud rumbles coming from that
Final engine
rocket.
chill. Stage 2.
Stage 2 is undergoing its final engine chill. We have lift off about 2 minutes after our supposed main liftoff time, which is pretty dang good considering of how late of a launch this is and stuff. All of the mission controllers are tired. Even I'm tired and I have a diabolical sleeping schedule at the moment. So yeah, we lit the candle. Booster 4 has ignited its engines for the second time ever. I mean, all of these engines, of course, were tested before they were put on the rocket. So technically, this is like the third time that center engine actually being a streamed static fire. Because
Receive.
we wanted to make sure our first um ever, just our first ever flying booster had a piece of history from our first ever live stream. That's what this is. Another announcement I'm happy to make is this is not the only version of the Eclipse we'll be flying. Of course, this is our main one at the moment, but what happens when it's outdated? It's kind of old. It's not working as well. Well, we're developing our block segment. This is block 1, the first
Making.
ever.
Operation confirmed.
Wow.
Civilization mission confirmed.
You can see the city lights below, which is genuinely beautiful. We can see the booster flipping.
Boost back startup.
There's that boost back startup call out. Some amazing call outs so far.
Attention all operators, this is recovery for the go no go pull for booster return. LD
LDs go.
range.
Rangers go.
Propellants go. Engines.
Engines is go.
Copy this recovery. We are go for booster landing.
Well, as you can just heard, we are. Whoa! As you just heard, we are go for that booster return and landing, which is amazing. Awesome. Great. Well, the booster is returning. We can see we have some good telemetry readings, which is freaking amazing, dude. This entire flight has been going so well. Booster 4 is on its way back down. There's not much that can go wrong at this point,
No,
except
I'm
for
atmospheric guidance.
you can see one of those little griffins is out barely from the light of that reactive control system. But again, very
Second stage
soon,
chamber pressures is nominal.
by the 15th flight, we'll have Block 2 implemented. What will this mean for boosters 4 through possibly 10 by the time? Well, this just means that they will be getting upgraded. Booster 4 through, again, the entire rest of the fleet that we'll have until Flight 15 will just be on a no-fly until we can upgrade what we're going to change, which is like the engines are going to be pretty remorphed to our Block 2 Umbra engines. The grid fins are going to be changed out. We're going to have even stronger landing legs. It's just going to be a whole spiel. We'll even add some. We've noticed on the way down that our engines, the engine cowl, has been getting a little more toasty than the rest of the rocket since it's pointing straight down. So we're going to change it to have a heat reflectant paint that's going to pretty
See
much.
go.
We have second engine cutoff. It's completely dark on both sides, which is amazing. It's awesome. Total darkness. So, when that booster's coming down, the engines will also have this sort of paint on it and stuff. It will chip off eventually. We'll just keep putting it back on and it will work. Don't worry. But it will make it so that the booster doesn't explode on the way down, which it hasn't been, but that
Entry
engine
burn
is
startup.
still those engines, and it's still a fire hazard. It's still a blow up hazard. Because what if we don't maintenance it properly? It just goes kaboom, kablooey, kablow, boom, 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 bling. It's just
Entry burn shut
not,
down.
not. It's just not what we want to happen. Anyways, the entry burn is shut down, and the booster is coming in towards that drone ship. You can see those grid fins working a little bit as the RCS is shining on it. We have a camera that is currently looking straight at that booster from down near the drone ship. We're going to see that landing burn ignition. Soon, that will be... Oh, wow, it is pitching over a lot to target that drone ship. It's crazy. Whoa. Oh, whoa, what is it doing? This shot looks weird, but the booster is completely normal. At least I think. This is really scaring me, but there you can see the full beauty of that booster. Oh, there it goes.
Landing burn
Oh,
startup.
there's the landing burn. From 3 down to 2. No, from 3 down to 1, sorry.
Landing legs deployed.
You saw that beautiful landing leg movement. Here's our Just Add More Boosters drone chip, and there it is. Booster 4
Eclipse
has...
booster has landed. Recovery operators move in to secure the booster with section 3.3.
We have the second ever touchdown of Booster 4. Wow, this is incredible. We are really, really happy with how today's flight has been going. We're going to enter a coast phase that will lead us into just our... It's just crazy. This will move us into the near orbital burn, which is gonna happen at 300 kilometers, and then we're gonna see the payload deployment of our 4 or 8 Novalink relays that will help us connect to the Neuron Nets. Yeah, I just got confirmation. It is 8 Neuron Nets, which are going to be no, it is 8 Nova relays. Geez, I'm sorry. 8 Nova relays that are going to help us connect to the Neuron Nets. So, thank you all for being in. If you want to go now, you can. But we are going to go on a hold here for a second to coast to our orbital apogee, and then we're gonna burn into orbit, deploy the satellites, and then deorbit the second stage, like we usually do. So thank you all. We will be back in just a little bit. Well, we have lost signal. Okay, there we go. So thank you all for watching so much. Hello, everybody. Er, well, well, hello, everybody. My name is Slayer again. I am back. I am the CEO of this company. I am now met here by my CFO, Cheese Stick. I don't know if he's gonna speak or not, but we're back after a pretty major uh coasting phase. It was actually not as long as we thought, but within the next few seconds, slash minutes, we should see that orbital insertion burn and payload deployment. So, yeah, that's about 19 minutes of a coast, which we were just studying the rocket and stuff. We have just reached our apoapsis, which is where we're going to be committing to our orbital burn. That should happen at any moment of time. It's taken a little bit longer than expected, but it has been going pretty well. We did have a scrub earlier in the morning at around 3 p.m. Not 3 p.m. What am I talking about? Around 3-ish, 5 p.m. Cape Canaveral time. So,
Ground system restartup.
oh, there's the
Shut
orbital
down.
burn. Again, these orbital burns are
The second
really,
stage has
really
entered low
short.
Earth orbit.
There we go. We have a nominal orbital insertion. We're going to see 8 of these satellites being decoupled. So it's going to be a longer payload deployment, which I'm thankful for because I love having some long streams, being able to talk to people, and of course, not having my co-commentators talk. That's always amazing. Well, anyways, we're about to see that payload. Oh, wait, we saw, there goes 1. There goes 2. I think that was the 3rd one. That's the 4th. There goes number 5. Come on. Number 6. Number 7, and then we should see that final one deploy. There goes that coupler. Oh wow, it just hit that coupler right head on. Well, there goes all of our satellites. This should provide us enough connection for the next neuron. Oh no, there goes the final one. Whoa. If there's any more. So, wow. All right. I guess that one's the final one. We should see that reorientation very soon. But that should provide us enough connection for the next few neuron nets that will be sent out. We are also accepting your custom
Second
payloads.
stage is
So if you want to
reorienting
join,
for deorbit burn.
so if you wanted to upload and give us one of your old satellites or make us an entirely new one, join our team. We're always looking for mission
Burn
controllers
started.
who you don't even need that much experience to join. We are also looking for software engineers to help develop the scripts that we use for our satellites and
Burn
in
shutdown.
flight. And then, of course, one of the most important pieces of the team, the payload designers. But as you can see, we've just did that deorbit burn. We're gonna see the clock sorta shut down there in a few seconds, and there goes our LS. But with that, very shortly, as of now, we're going to end today's stream. G-Stick decided not to speak. I guess he's just doing a little extra work behind the scenes, more than we would like. So we thank you all very, very much for watching, and I really hope y'all had a amazing time watching our stream. We put a lot of effort into these to have all of our stuff. And at this time, Booster 4 is just now being recovered. The barge is back. Okay, anyways, sorry I'm prolonging this. This was NovaWorks. I have been Slayer. Thank you for watching, and have a good day, night, or afternoon. See ya.